We're seeing Brent in the green because, of course, yesterday was the big sell-off. We're seeing WTI crude selling off because yesterday it was a closed market. Where do we sit in terms of Russia and Saudi Arabia potentially injecting more output? Does it matter? Goldman Sachs seem to be saying, look, it's not actually as bearish as you might think.
I think it does matter. I think it matters at least because if they don't do this, then the market starts to look even tighter in the second half of the year. We've got two things that are happening, I think. One is this sort of continuing decline in Venezuelan output. Venezuela's output now is down almost as much as Saudi Arabia's since these cuts came into force. It was scheduled to cut something like, I don't know, a third of what it's cut now. So these unanticipated declines in Venezuela have been huge, and the expectation is that they will continue. So we will lose more Venezuelan oil over the next 6 months, in all likelihood. The second big thing is the US pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal, the threat of sanctions on Iran. Nobody quite knows how much of an impact that could be that could have. The range of estimates is anywhere from a couple of 100,000 barrels a day, which is relatively minor, to as much as 1 million barrels a day by the end of the year. So there's a huge range of additional losses that we could suffer over the next 6 months, and so more output from countries like Saudi Arabia and Russia is needed just to offset that, if nothing else.
So where does the free fall end? We're at 66.73 a barrel for WTI now, Julian.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, you know, we've certainly had a reaction to this announcement. I think the big uncertainty is how much oil are they going to put back into the market? How are they going to carry the rest of OPEC along with them? Because this is an announcement that's been made by Khaled Al-Falih and Alexander Novak. It doesn't yet include the rest of OPEC, so they've got to bring them on board. There's a meeting, we understand, in Kuwait this coming Saturday with most of the Gulf Arab producers, potentially all of the GCC OPEC countries, to try and bring all of them on board. I think at the moment the market has reacted to this, you know, this easing of some of the fears of tightness. But I don't think that we're out of this sort of fundamentally tighter outlook for the second half of the year. So, you know, I don't think we're looking at a collapse.